Hi friends, and welcome back to Art Online Learning with Mrs. Took. I hope that you enjoyed Hey, That's My Monster, written by a woman named Amanda Knoll and read by Lily Tomlin. I think it's a fun story, and I think that it is a really good opportunity for us to get creative and design what our own monsters would look like. So we know in the story that the older brother and the little sister's monsters were related but different by the end of the book. The Gabe monster, the older brother's monster, was this big, scary, green, fluffy guy, but the little sister needed something that was more cutesy. So her monster wore a tutu and had pink painted nails and all that kind of fun stuff. So today we're going to design what our monsters would look like. So we're going to go back to the elements of art just quickly. Remind ourselves, we got line, color, value, texture, shape, form, and space. So today, while we're working, we're going to be designing our own monsters, like I said, and we really want to focus on a couple of things. We're always going to be talking about line because we're working with a pencil and we are creating lines to create other things. Shape and form, okay, because we're making a 3D shape. So this monster would be like a real being. So it's definitely going to have to do with form. And then texture, and if you have coloring materials, color, okay? Like what colors would your monster be? What texture? Thinking about textures that we know. Something could be smooth. Something could be slimy. It could be rough. Gabe and the Stella, those monsters were really furry. Thinking of like different types of reptiles that we know, or amphibians, like the horny toad. So it might be something that has horns, or like a horny or bumpy surface. So many different types of things. So we need to think about what kinds of textures ours would have, okay? So I'm thinking, and I liked how Stella, the little sister's monster, was a mix of cute and creepy. So I'm probably gonna do that too. I think mine might have some bright colors. It'll definitely have some teeth. I like when they have a horn. Theirs were really fun. I definitely want something that's furry. So maybe take a minute or two and kind of brainstorm, think about the different things that you want to make sure your monster has. I think it's cool when they have like one big eye or like tons of eyes. So we'll get there when we get there. But those are kind of the things I'm thinking about. Maybe is yours wearing like clothes? So kind of brainstorm what yours would have. And then I'm gonna draw mine and you can go along with me and then kind of customize yours, or you can just sit with me and we can draw our different ones together. And then I'm gonna color mine and you can color yours if you have coloring materials at home. Last week I used colored pencils, but today I'm gonna use crayons. I feel like the texture that they have is just really cool, the wax, for the types of monster that we are going to be doing. I'm gonna sharpen my pencil really fast. Go and ready to get started. I do have mine horizontal today for you, but again, if you want yours to be horizontal, you can do that. If you want yours to be vertical, you can do that. Okay, so I'm gonna start with drawing just like a circle for mine's head. Okay, so I'm starting with a circle. And I'm gonna darken this up, so if you can't see it yet, you'll be able to. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a circle, and then I think I want mine's like body to have like a long neck maybe, and then maybe, I'm thinking kind of like an ostrich shaped body, so like a long neck and then like a big fluffy body right there. That could be fun. Yeah, and then like some feet that come down here. That could be fun. And then I'm trying to think of what I want to do for arms. I think I'm gonna do kind of like funny arms that like hang off of here, maybe like wings. And then maybe some kind of like curly tail or something. Not sure. Or maybe like I might do like a snake tail that comes back here behind the feet and then down that way. Okay, I feel good about it. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I have kind of like a basic shape laid out right here, and then I'm gonna go back in and start adding details. So I do want to have kind of like a fluffy head, I think. So I'm gonna do my head where I've mapped out this circle, just kind of erasing some of the extra lines. And I do like horns, so I want mine to have horns. The face is gonna be kind of here, so we're kind of seeing the side of mine's head. So I'm gonna put horns right here. If you would like horns, then you can do some too. So think about whatever kind of shape you want yours body to have. I'm gonna do a horn right there. Remember to draw light until you get it right. One of my favorite movies when I was a kid was the Sleeping Beauty movie, and these horns kind of remind me of the horns Maleficent has. And then I want mine to be fuzzy, so I'm using some zigzag lines for the side of the head. I'm thinking kind of like maybe like a buffalo head. I can't remember what buffaloes look like, but that could be kind of cool. So that's one thing that you can think of, different animals that you know about and what their heads look like. You can totally do different body parts of different animals put together. I'm gonna make mine have one big eye, but then it is maybe gonna have like a snout that a buffalo would have, I think. So I'm gonna put kind of the nose here, and then the like fluffy buffalo part there. I'm gonna give it a smile. It's gonna be a happy monster. And some more zigzags right there. I'm gonna go ahead and go over that with a marker so you can see it better. I'm gonna go right there, just going over my lines, continuing to do zigzag lines to show that it's kind of got some fluff to it. I think I'm gonna make like the head fluffy, and then this fluffy, and then maybe the neck and the legs more smooth or something. We'll see as we go. One part of this that's fun is that you can totally kind of improvise. There's my nose. So I kind of did like a dog-shaped nose almost. That's similar to how like dogs, or maybe like a really big version of a cat nose or something like that is. I'm kind of loosely basing this whole thing off of a buffalo's head, but like I said, I'm giving it one giant eye. And then I could even do ears actually, which would be kind of fun. I might whip those out. Stop there. I'm leaving some room here because I'm not totally sure about the neck yet. I'm gonna do a big smile like that. And then for my eye, I'm gonna do any lips like this. Okay, I am gonna do some ears right there. I've already drawn that line, but that's okay. My ears can just be like extra fuzzy. There we go. All right, then for my eye, I think I'm gonna do a big pupil right there, maybe a white spot right there and right there. So maybe that's dark, and then maybe all that will be in color. So we'll see when we get there what color I want to make my eye. And then I'm gonna give mine some big eyelashes because why not? Okay, so it's got some big eyelashes. And then I'm gonna come down, and I'm kind of basing this idea loosely on an ostrich body, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Ostriches have that weird like uncovered spot right here. If this were more like a flamingo, then it would go down smooth. Trying to decide if I want mine to be smooth or fluffy like the rest of it. I think I am gonna do fluffy just for some continuity. That means it continues down here. Kind of almost like a giraffe too. Giraffe neck, just much shorter. Add some fluff there. I'm gonna add like some pink cheeks. I'll color those pink later. Okay, then I'm gonna start doing the fluff of the body. Just doing some zigzag lines. So I'm doing this over that pencil circle that I did earlier. Okay, now for the arms, I think I'm gonna let it be for a second. I'm just gonna draw some like fluff here. Then for my legs, I'm going to do, it actually would be really funny if these were fuzzy, so I am gonna make those fuzzy. So I'm doing some zigzags, zigzags. And then I'm gonna do, I like to swim, and this might be really funny, but I'm going to do some like flipper type feet, like what a duck would have, but really big, like webbed feet. So I did 2 diagonal lines that are kind of coming out of the base of the leg. And then I'm gonna do a line like that, so some curved lines, and just do 3 curved sections to connect the feet. And then those would usually have a line going from the middle to each point, but I'm not gonna go all the way there. There we go. So I've got some webbed feet. Man, for my arms, I think flying would be cool. We're gonna do it. I'm doing wings. This animal monster's a little crazy, but that's okay. So these are kind of like what feathers would sort of look like. Nice. And then for the tail, I am gonna do a long, snaky type tail. So it's gonna go back behind my legs. It's gonna get smaller and smaller till you get to the base of it. And then I'm gonna give it some stripes. So most of my like animal creature is like fluffy or rough, but then the wings are feathery and the tail would be smooth, and then these would be kind of like a rubbery smooth texture. So this whole, and then the horns would be smooth also. So this whole thing that I've got going on here is a bunch of different textures and a really goofy looking animal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move into some color for mine. Thinking about what to do. So my favorite color is purple, so I definitely need some purple in here. Don't know about y'all, but definitely got the main points because mine can fly with me, it can swim with me, it can slither apparently with its scary tail. I'm gonna start with some purple because I think I want the eye to be purple. So I'm not coloring in the pupil part. Those are like the white highlights of the eyes. And then this white part right there is gonna stay white, just how like we have a white part on our eyes. I'm gonna leave that white too. And I'm gonna give it some pink inside of its cheeks. And then I'm gonna take some of this color too. This one's red violet. Kind of go over it to make them really rosy. For my horns, I think I'll do this purple also to kind of match my eyes. So you can color a little bit faster with crayon than with a colored pencil, especially depending on what kind of brand of colored pencils you're using. But this just has a slightly bigger tip than a colored pencil does. But you still want to remember to color in your gaps to keep it tight and not go too quickly or messily or anything like that. We want to keep it nice and tight so that we get all of our color filled in. And then when you have like little wax that's on your paper, you can just wipe it away. I'm gonna go ahead and do my wings. I'm gonna leave my wings right now. I was thinking about doing the purple, but I might leave them white, so we're gonna see. But I'm gonna color part of my stripes on my tail purple. So I'm gonna do every other stripe. So we're creating a pattern here, which is one of the principles of design. So I'm thinking that this purple one would end behind the leg, and then a different color would start and end, and then this would be purple right here. Nice. Then I think I'm gonna take the pink of the cheeks. I used this color and this color, and I think I want to incorporate those, but I think it would be nice to incorporate some green. I think that for green, I'm going to do every other color on the tail. So the colors that aren't purple, I'm gonna do green. This is a new box of crayons and that's got a weird slant on it. How strange. So this is my yellow green. I'm gonna go in right there. Just looks really cool with the purple. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Very nice. And I'm going to take this darker green that I have and kind of just add in some dimension to the sides. There we go. And then I'm going to do a purple nose. And then I think I'm gonna make mine a cool colored monster. I really like the cool colors. Getting some wax off. So I'm gonna take some blues. This is a blue-green, ceruleans, it's a bright blue, it's regular blue. And then this is indigo, so it's a darker blue. And I'm going to make the rest of my monster blue, with the exception of his feet or her feet. I'm not totally sure what color those will be yet. I'm going to start with this blue-green color. It's kind of a teal, but it's really more blue than it is green. I'm going to do this part kind of fast. Not too fast, but fast, so you guys don't have to watch me color this gigantic section for too long. So even though I'm going faster than I normally would, I'm still making sure to get my white spots and get right up to the edge. There we go. I'm leaving my wings because I don't know what I want to do with them yet. So this blue color would continue until we get to the wings. So I'm kind of coloring right up next to them. And then I think what I'm going to do is just fade it out so it gets lighter and lighter. And then maybe my wings will be like a light blue color. I might add some like purple on there in a minute. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this blue and add just some dark parts. I'm not sure if you can see those on the camera, but they're there. Just add some dimension. I'm gonna take some purple. This was the other purple. I want my purple to match. I'm just adding some into the wings. There we go. And then we're gonna do some purple feet. There we go. And then you need to think of a name for your monster and then a possible background. So think about, where do you want yours to be? Do you want it to be under the bed, in your closet, on a field trip with you? Where is yours? Now in the story, they mentioned a monster named Agatha, but I actually really like that name. One of my old roommates' cats was named Agatha, and I just love it. So I am going to name mine Agatha. Agatha. There she is. I think I might color her background pink or something. All right, well, I hope you guys have fun creating your monsters. If you have time, you can keep doing your background, and if you're done with your other assignments, you could even make more monsters. But anyways, I would love to see them, and hopefully I will get to soon. You guys are doing awesome. I'm so proud of you guys for finishing our first week of online learning and getting into that next week. Super proud of that and super proud of y'all. Hope you guys are staying safe at home and enjoying your schoolwork and your artwork. Have a good day. Bye.